In this video, I have explained regarding speech transmission, and it is consisting of pulse code modulation, source encoding, then it is consisting of recognition, synthesis methods, and achievable quality in case of an data transmission rate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world. Speech transmission. Speech transmission is a field relating to highly efficient encoding of speech signals to enable low rate data transmission while minimizing noticeable quality losses. That means the speech transmission will be making the encoding of speech signals. That means it will be converting a speech signals in such a way that the transmission of a data will be taking the lower rate. At the same time, it will be minimizing the quality losses which will be present in the speech. Noticeable quality losses which will be present in the speech. That means the different kinds of noises because of the environmental factors which will be there, those will be reduced so that the quality of the speech will be good, and such a speech can be obtained only by encoding the speech signals, and thus encoding should be performed in a highly efficient manner. For that purpose, we will be using the various kinds of encoding schemas. Signal form encoding does not consider speech dependent properties or the parameters. That means the encoding which we are going to consider, those encoding techniques are not going to consider the speech dependent properties or the parameters. The technologies applied are merely expected to offer efficient encoding of an audio signals. That means the technologies which we are going to apply, they are just used only for the purpose of getting efficient encoding of audio signals. Efficient encoding of an audio signals. A straightforward technique for digitizing an audio signal is PCM. PCM in the sense pulse code modulation. Pulse code modulation is a technique which is used for the purpose of digitizing an audio signal. This PCM, that is a pulse code modulation technique, is the simplest method, but it still meets the high quality demands of a stereo audio signals in a data rate used for CDs. It is the simplest method, but it still meets the high quality demands of an stereo signals in case of an data rate which is used for a CDs, that is a compact disc. The data rate of an CDs is 1,76,400 bytes per second as it has been represented in this particular diagram. It is what? The bit rate. It is the bit rate which is used for the CDs. As a side note, the telephone quality requires only 64 kilobits per second compared to 1,76,400 bytes per second as in case of an CDs. To achieve the same quality, the telephone quality will be requiring only 64 kilobit per second, whereas the CD will be requiring 1,76,400 bytes per second for achieving an data rate the same quality we will be getting as in case of an CD, the same thing in case of an telephone. If we use DPCM, that is a differential pulse code modulation, it will be achieving the least equal quality by 56 kilobits per second, by 56 kilobits per second, while ADPCM, adaptive pulse code modulation, will achieve the same quality by using 32 kilobit per second. So these are the various kinds of data rates with respect to achieving an digitalization. An alternate method is a source encoding, where some transformation depends on the original signal type. For example, consider an audio signal which will be having a certain characteristics that can be exploited in a compression. Exploited in the sense we can have make use the full and derive the benefit from the resource. That means here the characteristics of the speaker which is present in an audio signal, it can be we can make use of the things which are present in the audio signal while during the compression. The suppression of an silence in speech sequence is a typical example of a transmission that depends entirely on the signal's semantics. As an example, in a voice, in an audio signal, there will be a noise. That noise can be suppressed. Along, even the silence will be present in an audio signal. That silence can be suppressed. That is, the suppression of an silence in a speech signal is a typical example of a transformation that depends entirely on the signal's semantics. Parametric systems uses source encoding. They utilize the speech specific characteristics to reduce the data. For example, the channel encoder as shown in this particular figure. So this is an example of a speech transmission components using source encoding. So initially the analog speech signal will be provided as an input, and that will be analog to digital conversion will be done. Then after that the speech analysis components will be used, that which will be having the specific characteristics of the speech. Then that coded speech signal will be used, and that one using the speech analysis and the digital speech signal. From those two will be getting a coded speech signal that will be reconstructed. Then again the digital to analog conversion will be done. Then we get the analog speech signal which will be having a low rate data transmission, This is about how a channel encoder will be done for the purpose of source encoding. As we have seen the components of a speech transmission system using a source encoding, there was the parameter which has been used. That parameter is an encoder. So encoder is what? It is a mechanism which will be making the transmission of an speech signals to a speech signal itself, but that speech signal will be having a low rate data transmission. As I told, it will be converting a speech signal to a speech signal itself, but the converted speech signal whatever is there, that will be having a low rate data transmission. What actually the channel encoder will be doing is, and what actually a channel encoder is, a encoder is an electromechanic mechanism that reduces the speed signals to slowly varying signals that can be transmitted over a communication system of a limited frequency bandwidth. It is a electromechanical, that is an electromechanism which will be reducing the speed signals to slowly varying signals. Means whatever the input signal is there, that will be reduced to a slowly varying signals, so that can be transmitted over the communication system even though the frequency is of a limited bandwidth. And a channel encoder uses an enhanced sub-band encoding method for the purpose of transmitting the data, that is transmitting the speech signal over the communication system. It analyzes a speech by dividing the signal into a set of frequency bands, assuming that certain frequency maxima are relevant for speech and others are not. That means it will be distinguishing between the voiced signal as well as the unvoiced signal. That means it will be differentiating between the speech as well as the noise which is present in the speech. How it is going to differentiate that one is by dividing the signal into a set of frequency bands. By dividing the signal into a set of frequency bands, based upon the frequency band, it is going to analyze them, the speech and other than the speech. Such an example, there is such an example of an division of an bandwidth is as shown in the figure B. This is the diagram B, which shows the division of the component. There is a channel encoder which will be using the bandwidth division, So it is a diagrammatical representation of a bandwidth division where the component has been divided into number of divisions based upon the frequency, and you can see over the number of frequencies has been considered. Based upon those frequencies, it is going to analyze the speech other than the speech components by using the frequency bands. So here, in addition to this one, it will be utilizing a technique that differentiates between the voiced and the unvoiced sound. Means in addition to speech and other than the speech division, it will also be utilizing the technique differences between the voiced and the unvoiced sounds. Unvoiced sounds are generated by means of a noise generator, whereas a pulse sequence is selected to generate a voiced sounds. The pulse will be having rates that corresponds exactly to the basic frequency of the measured speech. However, the quality is not always satisfactory. That means the speech output which we are going to get from this particular encoder, this is channel encoder, will be not satisfactory. It means the original speech, whatever has been present, that one which has been given as an input, and whatever we get the output from this particular system, that is by using a source encoding technique, by using the various parameters of a frequency bandwidth. So output which we get, that will be of an speech signal itself, but that speech signal will not be unsatisfactory as the input which has been provided to the system, because here it will be in terms of an voiced and unvoiced, and there will be no any realistic movements. That means a body movements will not be there of an speaker, and the emotions will not be there, the dialogues will be varying, and we cannot have the exact impact of the speaker's speech and the speech which we get from the system, that is by using this component. Recognition synthesis methods. Current research work attempts to further reduce the data volume by approximately 6 kilobit per second. Approximately 6 kilobit per second. It means currently the research work are being going on so that the volume of a data to be reduced by approximately 6 kilobit per second. And one thing has to be considered is the quality should always correspond to an uncompressed 64 kilobit per second in a signal. That means whatever the signal which we are going to get after the recognizing synthesis method, which will be having a data volume, and that data volume we are expecting to have 6 kilobit per second. The signal which we get from the data volume which has been corresponding to 6 kilobit per second data rate, that quality should be the same as that of the speech signal which we get of an data which is having a data transmission of 64 kilobit per second and which is an uncompressed speech signal. That means the compressed as well as the uncompressed speech signals will be having the variation of an data volume. That means the data transmission rate will be having a difference, and because we achieve the difference, and that does not mean that the quality should be compressed. The quality should also correspond to the uncompressed quality of a speech signal. Experts also study ways to reduce the transmission rate of a speech signal by use of a pure recognition synthesis methods. Even today, the researchers are trying to reduce the transmission rate of a speech signal by using the pure recognition synthesis methods. This method conducts a speech analysis and speech synthesis during reconstruction, offering a reduction to an approximately 50 bit per second. So, the diagrammatical representation of a speech recognition synthesis. It is a component of an recognition synthesis system for speech transmission, and it is consisting of speech analysis as well as the speech synthesis, and which will be reconstructed. And by using this particular recognition synthesis system, we are able to achieve a reduction to approximately 50 bit per second. And even today the research are going on to reduce the data volume of a signal, and at the same time making the quality to be of a good one. That means comparing the quality of an uncompressed signal and compressed signal, the compressed signal will be having a higher quality, but research are going on that the uncompressed signal is also capable of meeting nearly the quality of an uncompressed signal. One of the most important aspects of a speech and the audio transmission in case of a multimedia systems is that the minimum achievable data rate in a defined quality. Minimal achievable data rate in a defined quality. And interesting things of this aspect is as shown in this particular diagram. You can observe the data rate as well as the speech quality. The speech quality poor, sufficient, satisfactory, good, excellent, and the data rate is in terms of a kilobit per second. On the x-axis, it has been the data rate which has been represented kilobit per second, whereas on the y-axis the speech quality has been represented poor, sufficient, satisfactory, good and excellent. And you can observe from this particular diagram that a data rate of less than 8 kilobit per second for a telephone quality can be achieved. It means the data rate of less than 8 kilobit per second is of the satisfactory one. After the data rate of less than 8 kilobits per second for a telephone quality is achievable, whereas after 8 kilobit per second is still the research is going on. The quality of the compressed speech in relation to a compressed signals data rate. So this is a diagrammatical representation of compressed speech with the signals data rate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the link with your friends, gain the knowledge and rule the world. And it is the explanation related to an audio quality which has been represented in figure D with the number of bits per sampling value.